What up, Jay?
What up?
How you be?
I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, overall, feeling good. How about
Good.
you?
I mean, it's a Friday evening.
Yes.
I have the disco balls on display.
Yes, you do. I mean, they're shining. Love it.
Okay, they're there because I just need them.
Yeah, those are your support disco
My
balls.
emotional support.
Your most your emotional support disco balls.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, very nice. It's episode 45.
Mhm.
hmm Here we are.
It's incredible.
It really is.
We're
It's a
doing
lot
a
of
thing.
we have been doing a thing.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
hmm
Feels good. I wonder if we did like oh, I just had this thought. What if we did like a reaction video of like a clip from our first episode or something?
Oh,
That'd
we
be
should do it.
fun. Okay. All
We should
right.
do something like that. Yeah.
That'll be in the works.
Great.
Um, let's do shout outs.
Yes.
Yes, let's go. So let's first shout out Mike Salemi, who
hmm
joined us last episode, and that was a fantastic conversation with him.
Such a good conversation.
Yes.
hmm
Yeah, we were both like, man, he's so great. Yeah, wonderful person doing wonderful things with men.
For real.
Yes,
hmm
we will have him on here again. We got to.
I hope so.
Yeah,
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 I hope so.
yes. And then we'll shout out John, the Quad Father,
Yeah.
other podcast. Quad, wait, what was his name?
I'm the
Quadcast?
quad the
Podcast?
the quad father.
Was it just the Quad
I'm
Father
pretty sure. Yeah.
podcast?
I went to look it up and I couldn't find it. So, John, we need your help.
Yes, John. Obviously, I'm not remembering it correctly.
We'll find it. We'll find it. So we were on his podcast, which was
Yes.
great.
Yes,
And
it was.
it was so wonderful because he's a listener to ours.
Ew.
And it was I was like, oh wow, you really do listen because his feedback throughout the conversation, I was like, wow, I'm fanning out that you fan out.
Yeah. Like it was so sweet how
Yeah.
uh he brought in how he experienced our podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, go check him out. It is the Quad Father. It's
Okay.
Quad Father for sure on Instagram.
hmm
And then uh, should we look it up right now? The
Sure, why not?
Yeah, let me do that right now.
We're already doing the thing.
Because he
Yeah.
deserves to be known.
Yeah.
Let's see. Quad, it says Quadfather Training is his YouTube channel.
Oh, okay.
So go check him out. He's got some great guests on there, including us. Yeah, cool. Good shout outs. So let's get into it. Let's do some updates. How you been? What's new in your realm?
How have I been?
That face says so much, dude. Like, you cannot hide it.
I
Which is
no.
great. Like, I appreciate that a lot. We don't need to
There's
hide it.
sometimes there's sometimes where I have the best poker face, and then other times it's like, what poker? What are you talking about? No, you are on my island. You are my people. I don't hold what poker face. No. N- just no. Bro, I've been going through it. It's been tough.
Yeah,
I'm exhausted.
yeah.
Like another level of exhausted. I mean, we were just talking before the call, like literally how much longer can I do what I'm doing? Like
Yeah.
how much longer am I in this loop? And literally asking myself, okay, what is it about me that attracted this scenario?
hmm
What is it about me that said I need chaos?
Mm.
right? And it's probably my nervous system. And so I get to heal my nervous system. Okay, it's gonna be great. It's so fun. I went through a massive box that I've been carrying around literally probably for over 5.5 years. But it's been this one box that I have labeled legal mumbo jumbo. And I have been piling shit on top of it because I didn't want to. I didn't want to go through it. I just didn't want to. Not at all. And I finally went through that. And now I'm also dealing with the residual, like the aftermath of going through it.
Yeah,
And we'll
the
talk
emotional stuff.
yeah, yeah. And we'll talk about it more, I'm sure. But it's definitely like I went to work on Monday and I was like, how am I gonna get through this week?
Mm.
Right?
Yeah,
Like,
you texted me
yeah.
on Monday, like something about how you're like, I'm about to walk out. I think you said something along those lines.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, this is a testament to like you never know what somebody's going through.
true.
And I don't talk about a lot of the accident at work. Like maybe a couple of people, trusted people know about it. Everybody knows that I was in a massive car accident, but they don't know how it drastically shifted my life. Like truly. I keep it hushed. If you follow me on social media, you might have an inkling. If you work with me and you're listening, you know because you're
Yeah.
listening. But like I am very hush hush. And actually when people at work follow me on social media, a part of me gets really mad
Mm,
because I can't control and separate it now. Now it's like, oh, these people have an in. And
yeah.
then I'm like, okay,
Mm,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
So that's how I've been. How are you?
I've been good. Let's see. Yeah, I've made it a point to go to like social events these past 2 weeks. And so I went to this one in Austin last Friday. Dude, that Friday I had gotten like barely any sleep and it was a long ass day of work. And I was just like I was feeling in a mood of like I don't want to do anything and I'm tired and like just kind of down in some ways. And then I was sitting on my recliner and I was like, I have about 15 minutes to decide if I'm going to this event or not. Because it was in Austin, so it was like 50 minutes away. So I was like,
Yeah,
okay, if I want to get there and actually like be at the event, I need to leave really soon.
yeah,
And so, it was one of those moments where I could have easily stayed home. Easily. Nobody was like here. Nobody was watching me. I could have totally decided that. But there was this feeling inside of me that was like pulling me towards the event. It had nothing to do with feelings. It was more of like a an energy of like, no, this is my soul saying to me, no,
yeah,
you definitely need to go to this.
yeah.
This will be good for you.
Mhm.
And so I went and it was great. Like I met a bunch of it's this like queer outdoors camping group
Yeah,
and we met at I think it's called like Cosmos. It's in Austin. It's like a bar outdoor like hangout area kind of thing. And yeah, I met some really cool people and exchanged some phone numbers and I'm getting connected to that group more. And so that felt really good. And I was like, okay, this is cool. I left feeling so good too. I was like happy and like, yes, this was a good decision.
Oh,
Uh,
good.
yeah, so it felt good to just like trust myself and trust the experience. And so that like brought my spirits up. I think I just really need to be in community more. Like I live alone. Yes, I live like on my parents' property, but um I really need like a sustainable community that I can enjoy. So I did that. That was great. Um, and then just last night I went to a networking connection thing and
Hmm.
we like chatted for a bit. It was local therapists and then we played trivia. We broke up into two teams and played some trivia that I was not great at, but that's okay. It was fun and I met some really cool people. And so yeah, like that's like really lifting my spirits and fulfilling and just like super connective. So that's been really good.
I love that for you.
Thank you. Yeah. And then other than that, I can get into this more as we talk about like our processes and all of that. Um, I've been doing some like really deep work with my therapist
Hmm.
and spiritual mentor, Christina
Shout out.
Welty. Shout out.
Shout
Which we
out.
shout out. Which we will have her on
Yes.
in the near future. So that's gonna happen.
Great.
But yeah, I've been doing some really deep work with like a lot of younger versions of me and belief systems that were internalized and created at early ages. And uh yeah, like dude, getting to like the roots of stuff. It's
Yeah.
it's been it's been hard. Definitely like really like challenging moments of, I mean, emotional athletes over here, you know? Like
Yeah.
I'm lifting some heavy weight
Hmm.
in that. And so it's been so good because it's prompted me to continue to like do micro movements with my inner child that has been effective. Like I'm feeling the like effects of it in really big ways.
Would you be open to giving an example? What do you mean when you say micro movements with your inner child?
Yeah, so what I mean by that is so in daily moments, we have these opportunities to notice how we're feeling. And we can either like feel it, sit with it, feel it, or dismiss it, suppress it, continue to move through our day, right? So
Yeah.
the micro movement that I'm talking about is, for example, um, today I was walking on my trails and I could feel a younger part of me really like scared and feeling like urgent about something.
Hmm.
It's this like background feeling, right? Like it's
Yeah.
not, it's a it's a felt sense of something happening internally.
Hmm.
Nothing's going on externally that's prompting it. It's just like this experience, right? And so I sat down by a tree and I was like, okay, I'm gonna move into this. I'm going to meet my younger self where she is.
Hmm.
Right? Because I could have been like, I'm just gonna put on my AirPods and listen to music and distract myself and not go there,
Hmm.
right? Um, or do some other kind of like dismissal or suppression. But I sat down and all of a sudden I'm starting to cry. And there was nothing that came up that was like thoughts or anything like that. So I just like continued to sit with myself. And I noticed that my younger self, I asked her, I was like, what is it that you need to say? I'm listening. And she was like, I just feel so alone. I was like, okay. So that's where like the sadness and the tears were coming from.
Mhm.
And then I just sat with her for a little bit longer, validated her feelings. I was like, oh yeah, of course, like you feel alone. And um, I think it was just like because I had such good connection last night that sometimes when I have that and then the next day happens and I don't feel super connected to anybody, my little self will come up. And I think that's what prompted it. It was like, oh, but I was in connection and now I'm not with in connection with somebody.
Yeah.
Um, and I was like, I'm in connection with you. And so I was just with her and allowed her to express those feelings. And then she was fine. Like she got quiet and I could feel her like settling and my system settled and I didn't feel that urgency any longer.
Hmm.
And so like that is a micro movement because
Mhm.
I met myself and I could have like went with my mind and been like, nothing happened. I don't need to feel this way. Like this is ridiculous, right? Like all these kind of judgments that we can get into. But to like drop in and be with those feelings, those younger parts of us, what it did for me was it brought me to more presence inside of myself
Mhm.
and I felt peace. And then I had some sessions after that with clients, and I was so much more resourced to be with the clients that I was working with.
Mhm.
And so if you could just like do those like little micro movements, and it doesn't have to be like a long time, even if I didn't have that much time, I could have still validated my younger self and felt what I felt for a little bit. It like I felt that for like maybe a couple minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
And then I was good.
Hmm.
So, it's a worthwhile practice, no doubt.
Hmm.
Probably one of the most important practices that I've cultivated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Thank you, dude. Yeah. So yeah, little things, little it's just like, those movements of like when you're in a romantic relationship
Hmm.
and if your partner is, there's these things called bids. It's an invitation into their world. If you
Yeah.
dismiss that frequently,
Hmm.
that hurts the relationship so much.
Yeah.
That will determine a lot. So it's similar to that inside of ourselves that we can do.
Absolutely. How do you know when to turn to your inner child or tune in?
Mm, it's a great question. I would say as much as you fucking can.
Okay, but how do you know
How do you know?
how do you know when to? Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess it depends on what is it that you want to cultivate with relating to yourself and the younger versions of yourself. Like
Yeah.
we could do that all the time. Like I could see myself doing that all the time. Like, you know, like when I described the example, I felt something that didn't feel pleasant
Yeah.
and it was uncomfortable in my body. So I was like, okay, that's a signal that I can move into relating to my younger self. But
Yeah.
then there's other times where like, I'm doing a puzzle and I can feel like the joy of doing the puzzle. And my little one is like, this is so fun, and
Yeah.
connect with her in that way.
Hmm.
Yeah, it can involve the whole range of feelings, of
Hmm.
signals that we get.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think?
Of how to tune into my
Yeah, what's your
little Lindsay.
response to that? Yeah.
Um, hmm. How do I how do I know when to tune in? I mean, sometimes like I'll literally just get a glimpse of little Lindsay. than the weirdo self that she was. I was such a weird kid. I love how weird I was. I
That's
I just
awesome.
I just do. Um yeah, I mean, yeah, sometimes like I'll get a glimpse of like a photograph, like an old photograph, and that will tell me like, oh, okay, this is the age that I need to spend with for the
Mm,
next few minutes.
yeah.
What about this age is calling to my attention? And then I just sit and I pause, and then I just allow the memory flip book to happen. And then as soon as it arrives at like a memory that is like really like pictured, like
Hmm.
drawn out, and then I'm like, okay, what about this memory is calling my current attention?
Yeah.
What do I need to heal in this moment? And then I just begin asking questions. Okay, where is it in my body?
Hmm.
What do I need to express about it? Are there words that need to come out? And sometimes it's not words. Sometimes it's just movement, or sometimes it's a sound of, right? Like it's not.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, okay. And then I can like move on with my day. Um, sometimes I've been doing inner child work for a really long time now, and so it takes, like you said, like these little micro moments, and then I'm able to move on. I am in a space though where I'm like, oh, I'm really longing for long moments or
Mm.
drawn out time of like playtime.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, what does that even look like? I don't even know. I have no idea. So I'm in the exploratory stage of, well, we used to paint and we used to draw, and that was our playtime. And now that seems like work. And so
Yeah.
what feels like play, like disco balls in my kitchen feels like play. Um, or this bowl
Mhm.
full of disco balls. Or these things, these sparkly things behind you.
Yeah.
Like, right? Like, I'm like, oh, okay, what else feels playful? What else feels fun? And um, yeah. So I'm open to exploring the world and allowing the world to be my playground now.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that.
Hmm.
Because it's true, like we can extend that. It doesn't just have to be like those small micro moments. We can do that way more.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Like my coworker and I dancing in the hall for
Yes.
Friday fun
That.
day and literally like
Yeah. Yeah.
being
Yeah.
a little goober
Yeah.
and and then like literally grabbing my phone and starting to play music and then like another coworker comes around the corner. I'm like, what is happening? It's a
Yes,
dance
that.
party. Don't you want to be a part of the dance party? Yeah, let's
Mhm.
have that. We need more of that.
We
But
do
yeah,
that.
or just like a giant game of tag.
Oh, dude. That's so much fun.
Oh my God, giant game of tag. You're it.
I want to do that. We should just like invite all the people and go to the park and just play tag.
Oh my God. Or even better, play a big game of tag in a really like crowded place, like a farmer's market.
Yes, 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 yes.
See who else will get involved.
Dude, that would be so much fun. I'm so down.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's why from now on, for my birthday, we go laser tagging.
I understand. I get
That's
it.
it.
It's my intention to go this year. To
Sweet.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of okay. I've been doing a lot of laser
You have.
eye exercises. Yeah, there was a motivation behind this shit.
Dude, that's amazing.
You strap Okay, it's a strap on. You
Oh, guys, she uses a strap on. I didn't think they
Not in that
would
way.
ever.
Okay. It straps onto my forehead, and so the
Oh, now
laser
I'm
is here.
turning red.
Haha. Okay. So, and then, Dr. Andreas Saltas, let's I love my brain. Gives me these things to do, and they're the weirdest exercises ever. It's like very short of like picking your nose in public. Like that's how strange it is. I'm like, you want me to do what? All right, well, it's working, so I'm gonna do it. Like,
Yeah.
so we set these targets up on the wall,
Yeah.
and I move my eyes first, and then I have to move the laser to follow, and then move my
Okay.
eyes, and then move the laser to follow. And it's very tiring.
Oh man, you are gonna be like so good at laser tag.
I'm gonna be on it. I'm gonna be
Dude,
ready. I'm
fucking
gonna
badass laser tag.
I'm gonna be ready. Yeah, because the last 2 years I haven't been able to go because
Yeah.
I'm like, that sounds like I want to vomit. Like just thinking
Yeah.
about all of those things, all the stimulation, all the concentration, and everybody else is having fun, and I'm like, I'm
You're like,
okay. hmm
yeah.
hmm It's great. It's a great day. Um, yeah, so I am determined to be able to show up for your birthday in the way that I
Oh,
want to. So that's been that's been what I've been doing.
dude, that's so sweet. I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah, I go to Andreas and I say, okay, this is the problem in my life. How do we fix it?
Yes.
Right? And
Yes.
I'm like, something as simple as like, okay, all right, I'm just going to talk about this. I don't think that I've talked about this, but I feel like I'm ready to talk about it because it's coming to the
Okay.
surface. I've been really embarrassed by this and I've been really good at hiding it.
Hmm.
But since the brain injury, I have really struggled to read.
Hmm. Yeah.
Like really struggled to read. And reading was always a difficult task
Mhm.
because I just struggled to read. And having, gone through accelerated education, I found a rhythm and I found a method that really worked for me to be able to retain information. And then the brain injury happens, and it's
Yeah.
like all that work just like, and I'm like, what the fuck do I do now? Right? So I've just gotten really good at figuring out things and then memorizing them, giving presentations. And I have not disclosed this information. And so here I
Way to
am
go,
talking about
dude.
it.
Way to be
Yeah.
vulnerable.
Yeah. So I said to Andres, I was like, listen, I am really embarrassed by this and have been really good at faking it. And I have been struggling to read and to remember what it is that I'm reading. It takes a lot of focus for me to read one page, and it's driving me fucking crazy. I have a library and I can't pick up a book. Help me. Help me do the thing. And so he was like, "All right, next session I'm going to have something for you." And sure enough, the next session, he comes up with the craziest brain game. No joke. He has me read, and I'm like, okay, thank you for embarrassing me. And then he's like, okay, now do the exercise. So I do the exercise and then I read. And it's so fucking fluid that I'm like, I literally started crying my eyes out in the middle of the crowded gym. And
Wow.
I was like, you're gonna help me get my life back. This is gonna get my life back. And he's like, yeah, just keep doing this weird fucking brain game and you'll be fine. So I do the weird thing, and now I'm
What
able
is
to
the
like
weird
read.
thing?
Okay, so it's, I don't know if I can accurately describe it without
Okay.
like showing you.
Okay.
But it's two vertical pieces of paper and it's just single, it's a line of vertical single letters. Okay.
Mm,
On the right side, I hold it still, and on the left side, I'm moving it. Okay.
okay.
So it looks like this. And then I lock my eyes onto the top letter,
Mhm.
and it looks like it's an M, so M for mountain. And then I lock eyes as it's moving at the top letter, B for boy. And then I go to the second letter,
Mm,
V for Victor. I go to the second letter, right? And so it's this
yeah.
pattern. And the whole idea is muscle memory of how many words can you pick out of thin air? Do not
Yeah.
repeat them. But you're also doing an eye exercise. And
Wow.
then let's up the ante. You'll move your hips like Shakira.
What?
No joke, right? So I'm creating, so how do I articulate this? So my hips have to move within a circular motion, and I
Oh,
can't actually move my body, it's just my pelvis. All of these things are activating specific areas in my brain so
wow.
that I can then pick up a book and read as if it's fluid. No joke. As soon as I did this, I was so dumbfounded
Wow.
and astounded, and I was like, "Where in the world did you figure all of this out?" And he's like, "I don't know. This is just what I do." So he works magic, and now I am forgetting that we're recording and we're recording this. So, yes, this is happening.
Yep.
So I am now in a space where I can read pretty fluidly. And if I find that I'm either my brain is pausing too long, for finding words, or if I can't even pronunciate, or if I am lagging within the speech, if I'm stuttering,
Mhm.
I do this brain game, this exercise, and then I go back to reading, and again, it's fluid. So,
Dang.
yes,
That's cool.
yes, I am very grateful. And what a testament to like how long have I been working with him? It's been like, oh, I think in July it'll be like 2 years that I've been working with him.
Mm.
Um, but I finally disclosed that I was struggling to read after a year and a half. Like, and I'm specifically going to him for neuro PT. I
Yeah.
mean, like, how prideful am I? I'm calling myself out here.
Yeah,
Like,
you are.
yeah, yeah, this is
That's good.
stubbornly ridiculous of no, I will just figure it out. No, it will be fine. No, I can do it. I mean, I can do it. I have been doing it, but also like, why the fuck did it take me a year and a half to ask for help for a man that I'm specifically going to heal my brain? Why did it take me that long? Yeah.
Why did it take you that long?
Thanks for asking me the question. Um, okay, so this is related to the big box. So this is just the one part that I was just like, it will just go away and I'll be back to normal.
Mm.
It will just go away and I'll be back to normal.
Hmm.
But guess what? Throughout this whole fucking thing, things have not just gone away and I have not been back to normal.
Yep.
And I'm so grateful. I am so great. This thing has changed me and I have grown so much because of it. I am so glad that I'm not back to normal.
Yeah.
And there are some things where I was like, oh, I wish where is
Yeah.
that? I
Yeah.
used to be able to da 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 da. Why can't I do that anymore? It's like,
Right.
I
Yeah.
probably can. It'll just be a roundabout way of getting back there.
Right. Yeah.
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 Mhm.
And you know, acknowledging the grief of that.
Yeah, it's double-sided.
Yeah.
It's very loaded with grief,
Mhm.
and yet there's a ton of gratitude.
For sure.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. Well, that's good, dude. I'm proud of you for sharing that.
Thanks.
What is that?
Because this is recorded. And I feel a little on display in an uncomfortable way. It's gonna be fine. I'll just get over it.
You're doing the thing.
I'm doing the thing. Yeah. I'm kicking this brain injury's ass.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
Hiya.
Thanks.
You're doing. You
Yes.
did. That's good. Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, that's awesome. Hmm. Where shall we go from here?
What emotional boxes do you need to go through? Let's talk about the box. All right, I'm gonna move because I'm sitting sideways and I
Okay.
can't anymore.
What emotional boxes do I need to go through
Mhm.
that I've been going through?
In general, like that are still tucked away in the closet, or
Hmm.
in my case, it was I literally pulled it out of the closet and sat it next to my bed, and then I moved
You
it.
came out of the closet?
As a healer, I did. We didn't talk about that, but yes,
True. That's true.
yes, I have come out of the closet in my own way.
Yes. Yes.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, yeah. It's funny that you asked that because in a in my most recent therapy session, who my therapist name, you know my therapist name,
Uh-huh.
Sam,
Yeah.
which is it's a beautiful thing because I lost my Sam
Yeah.
and then I gained a therapy Sam.
Yeah.
So yeah, the work that we've been doing has been really powerful. And the most recent session that like I dug through the big box, the big
Mm.
metaphorical box, um, was okay, so uh, giving some context, that morning before my session, I was sitting on my recliner and I was I hadn't slept like super great the night before, and I was kind of in a weird mood, and um, I was also PMSing and just kind of like just feeling heavy. Um, and this part of me came up, and it was a part that started getting curious about like the existential nature of being human, and like then I went into like what is my purpose? And it started feeling like this like really like uncomfortably big thing, you know? And I was like, "Oh, I don't think I'm going to continue this intellectual exploration
Mm.
because it was just not feeling right." And I was like, "You know what? I need to move some energy. I'm going to go for a run." And so I went for a run, felt so much better after. And then I went into my session with my therapist, and I was telling him about that experience. And then I also said to him, I was like, I feel like I really want to be more heart-led.
Hmm.
And I find myself being really intellectual when I'm alone. And it feels like both overstimulating and understimulating all at once. And so I was telling him about this, and he was like, okay, so you feel like you really want to move towards your heart more. And so we went into this process of just like noticing like what was coming up in my body, like what was being activated. And I was feeling this like tension in my chest. And I followed that, and where it led to was it actually led back to my marriage and everything that happened that led to the ending of my marriage and the beginning of a new relationship, like right after the ending of my marriage. And I felt this, it's so interesting too, because at the time, I was just like, I've done so much work in this area. Like, I thought I was done. Like, I thought I was complete, and I was not. There was still, this feeling of like, now I'm going to be vulnerable. Um,
Mm.
there was this like that existential part of me that came up. The underneath of that part was, and because it was so loud, it was representing still this feeling of like regret related to um, my first queer relationship and that ending.
Yeah.
And just a little context for that, like that ended, like I'd been with her for a year and a half, and I ended it because I was not willing to move to her. It was a long distance relationship. And so at the time I believed that it was like the best decision for me. And I still had a lot of grief about it, but I was accepting of it. And then, 7 months later, I had the series of big realizations about how I had been blocked from my own love. Like I was blocking myself from my own love because of stuff from my childhood and, various patterns that I built up to protect myself that eventually, when we have that as adults, it ends up hurting us, right? And so I had these huge realizations in like a big epic transformational experience when I went to Costa Rica that year. And I was reading this book, what is it called? Shoot. What is the title? Man, I'm forgetting the title. It's all about love. And I'll get the title and yeah. Anyways, we don't need the title right now. I read a book about love.
Hmm.
And it was this like really powerful, epic experience for me in Costa Rica. And I felt like the depth of my own love, like something had broken through in me. And I, prior to the trip, I had texted my ex and I was like, "Hey, can we have a conversation?" And the whole point of that was for me to have this like completion conversation to let her know, like, hey, these are the things that um, I want to acknowledge that I didn't acknowledge when I was in our relationship, and create some repair if possible, and closure and completion. And so that, like, I sent her texts about that prior to the trip, and then the trip happened, and I came back, and I hadn't heard from her yet. Actually, like later on, she told me that she blocked me for a while and then she unblocked me. I think she unblocked me the day that I texted her when I got back, which is wild. Um, so we ended up having a phone conversation. Actually, it was a FaceTime conversation. And I said all the things that I really wanted to say, and it felt like very complete. And she said some things too. And And then I was like, I would really like to try to get back with you. And she's like, what? I was like, yeah. So I put my heart out there, and at the time she had started dating somebody. I think she was like a month and a half into dating this other person. And so all that being said, when I was in the session with my therapist, that all came up. And what I realized was that I internalized this belief that if I listen to my heart, it'll be too late. And I felt that for not only that experience with my ex, but also like the divorce and coming out as queer, right? Like getting married and uh, unconsciously seeking people's approval around me, and then finally like listening to myself and recognizing who I am and what I really want. And in the session, I was just like, oh my gosh, like no wonder I go into my head, is because there's been these experiences that I have internalized as like it's not okay to be in my heart. Like it's not safe. It's gonna hurt me or it's gonna hurt other people or both. And so I've been unpacking that box, and it was really like it was really a tough session. And then afterwards, I was so sad. And I've been slowly coming out of that and appreciating, what I learned along the way. And also, what was really beautiful was when I got to the end of that session and I was like feeling all those feelings and told my therapist about those experiences, something came up which was beautiful. So back in 2023 to 2024, I wrote a play about my coming out. And in that process, it was fully heart-led. And in that process, I I wasn't alone in it. Like my improv friends and other friends like joined in and were in my play. And it was the most beautiful experience that I've ever had. And I was just like, wow, like that's evidence that I can be heart-led and I won't end up being alone. Because that was the belief at its core is like when I'm heart-led, I'm just going to end up alone. And so, that yeah, there's something about like recognizing that that was evidence of the contrary and noticing that, like having my younger selves notice that there's evidence that I can do that and be that and that it's okay. And yes, we don't know what's going to happen, right? Like, but my versions of me uh, are starting to expand more into the more complex truth of life, which is it wasn't that it was bad that I was heart-led. It was that yes, it hurt me and it hurt other people. Um, but also like those other people in particular, like my family struggling with my experience. Um, that's their stuff, and that it didn't mean that I was doing something bad, you know? And it's like getting the expansive version of like it's not that you did anything bad, it's that it was complex and people had feelings about it, right? And so yeah, I'm really like grateful that I explored that in therapy and got that new like felt wisdom that came from that.
Bro, that's huge.
Yeah.
Holy shit. That's a big box.
It
Bravo.
was a huge box. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks, dude. Appreciate that.
Well, I mean, first of all, as a Leo, it's it's going to be your nature to live with your heart on your sleeve. You are just going to put your heart on the table and be like, that's the thing, here you go. Like,
Yeah.
whether you mean to or not, it just is in our nature.
True.
But to do it consciously
Yeah.
is a whole different ball game.
Yes.
Bravo. Bravo.
Thank you, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. And to tackle the shadow side of that, of,
Hmm.
oh, that's why, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. The
Mm-hmm.
shadow side of it, of like the the internal criticism and the trying to pull me away from being in my heart because
Right.
no, 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 that's not safe or it's too
Right.
dangerous. Yeah, for sure. And like you said, like I just can't like I am heart-led. Like I can't be anything other than that.
Right.
So, yeah, I want to continue to be conscious and be in my heart in that way, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear you and I see you in that. Yeah.
Thank you, dude. Appreciate
Hmm.
that. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
that's a big box for sure. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I feel like this feels like a phase for not just me, but for like a lot of people of
Yeah.
stepping into more of those kind of elements of us, like the roots of why we create the protective barriers that we create. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Did anything come up for you as you heard my big box story?
Just, I mean, I have my own relationship to it of, um, putting my heart on the table and being like, yo, this is the thing, right?
Yeah.
Um, I mean, my own bold bravery of, calling calling that person up and being like,
Mm.
I can't, I don't know how to navigate this. I can't turn my
Yeah.
feelings off for you. I don't,
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with this. Right? And then like being, you know, receiving that rejection, but yet continuing to show up because the environment that we were in the shared space of was super healthy for me
Yeah.
and super needed in that time. And then like reflecting back, if I'm in my inner critic, my Dolores will be like, ah, you shouldn't have called him. But
Right.
and then I'm like, shut up, Dolores, go have a martini. Right? Like that was the best decision ever. I'm so grateful that I live from
Yeah.
my heart and that I say, here it is. Okay, like that's vulnerability. Is to
Yeah.
speak your truth and to just be like, that's what it is. I can't turn
Yeah.
it off. I don't know what to do with that. And
Right.
if I'm really being honest, I still can't turn it off, even though I haven't seen this person for how long. Like, okay, cool. That's cool. That's weird. What is that about? I don't know.
Yeah.
It is what it is. And
Right.
it's like, okay, cool. But my box this weekend was a literal box.
It was. Yeah. Yes. Literally.
Oh my God. And it's so funny because I've done so much artwork about the emotional boxes and the mental boxes, literally like wrapping boxes and then like ripping off the wrapping paper and like going through what was in there. And some
Dang.
of some of it was like journals, some of it was like the hair that I shaved off of my head, some of it was like crushed eggshells, and I would like crush the eggshells because I don't want to walk on eggshells anymore. And here I'm going through a literal box and I'm being like, the memory of all the metaphorical boxes that I have gone through. Now I'm going through a literal one. This is
Yeah. Wow.
interesting.
It's like Inception, boxes within
Right.
boxes.
Right, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, yeah. Some of it had, like I said, my divorce papers, and so that was interesting. And in the same box, it was also my thesis defense, and so like all of
Nice.
my thesis work, and so I get to reread that when I'm ready. Um, all of the receipts from the lawsuit, all of the lawyer paperwork, all of the just all of it. It just was a lot. I literally labeled it legal mumbo jumbo. Like all of the, when I was first in physical therapy, they put me in speech therapy because I kept saying I'm having trouble with words. I'm having trouble with memory. And this is the part about our healthcare system that really like I really I have a lot of big opinions about. Um, looking back, I clearly needed a lot of help,
Hmm.
a lot of help. And I'm like, I, by the grace of God, I pulled myself out of it. This person's idea of speech therapy was them talking at me
Mhm.
and then handing me a bunch of papers to go home and do the exercises.
Wow.
And I'm literally saying, it looks like these words are a different language. I don't remember conversations. I probably won't remember what you're saying.
Yeah. Jeez.
And then I would get in my Uber and go home. And then these papers would just pile up and pile up and pile up
Hmm.
and just pile up.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, dude.
Bro, I was so alone.
Yeah.
Bro, I was so alone. How the fuck did I make it? I'm a fighter. I'm a fighter. How the fuck did I get out of that?
Definitely are.
I look back and I'm like, how did I keep functioning? I don't know. Like even the memory of like trying to put my key into the door and like literally like,
Hmm.
okay, we got this.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I have to pee. If I don't pee my pants, that's so great, but like We're gonna get this key in the door and we're gonna get through it. And then we'll make
Yeah.
it through the next 5 minutes.
Dude,
And
talk
like,
about micro moments, micro movements, right?
yeah, yeah.
I just hear like outside
Hmm.
some loud hawks yelling.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
Dang. And then my door just opened. What?
My light just got brighter. Well, hello. Hello.
That okay. Well, I think the universe is saying you are a fighter. I'm gonna
Yes.
close that door.
Yes.
Dude,
Yeah.
that was okay there.
Mm.
Dang. Okay. That's wild. All right. Well,
Well, here we are.
that was live in the moment. Some interesting synchronicities there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Dang.
Literally, as I'm like talking about opening the door and then the door
Then
opened.
the door opened. Dude,
That's great. That's great. I love that. Thank you, Spirit.
that was so good.
Yep. Yep. With such ease. So like the fight is over.
Hmm.
Yeah. So can I let my guard down now? Because I don't need to be in the battle anymore.
Yeah. You get to be a lover, not a fighter.
Okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay. Maybe that so and
Listen,
so will call me up and tell me.
hey, there you go. Listen, there is a new moon in Libra
I
on the
know.
1st.
Or is it a full moon?
Oh, it might be a full moon. I'm not
Wait, I
sure.
think it's
Is it
yeah,
a
I
full
think
moon?
I'm pretty sure it's a full moon.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Which
ready.
is your rising sign, so.
I know, right? Yeah. There's a lot of things in place for me astrologically to enter in like the relationship,
Mhm.
whoever it is with. I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm ready. Here we go. Let's let some magic happen.
Yeah. Yeah, let's go. That's awesome. Um, anything else? We are still recording. I did forget for a bit. I was like, oh yeah, we are recording. Dude, how are you feeling? Like there was definitely feelings that came up for you.
Um, Listen, I'm no stranger to massive life blowups. Um,
Mm.
I'm just not. And I'm no stranger to truly like doing it solo. I'm just I'm like just used to it. That that time in my life when I really needed help, like really, like medically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, I spent time, I remember this in my kitchen. Um, I literally was praying to God and I was like, I know that this is a gift. I just can't see it yet.
Mm.
But you have me. I'm
Mhm.
in full surrender here. I'm in full surrender. I have nowhere else to go. I cannot escape this. You have my attention, bro. Right? I just I get emotional about how like I was really scared.
Oh yeah.
I was really scared. Like I was like I feel like I'm trying to advocate for myself, but these doctors aren't listening.
Hmm.
I feel like I'm doing the best that I can, but I'm not really being heard.
Yeah.
Um, And so as I gained strength and as I gained momentum, it was oh, you're not going to hear me? Great, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm not wasting my time and I'm not wasting my energy and fuck all. Like, I'll pay your $75. Like, I don't care. Like, whatever. Moving on. I'm, and I did. I had one doctor who was like, she's doing this on purpose. She's doing this for attention. And, and I was like, oh,
No,
motherfucker.
dude, that's fucked up.
Like, I used to give lectures in halls of like 75 students, like, no problem, spitting out
Hmm.
names of artists and processes and techniques and like and I could talk about everything that was up in each and every single slide. To suddenly walking into a lecture of like literally minimum 30 pages of notes, going like, okay, reading them,
Hmm.
okay, do your best, you got this. Right? Like clearly like struggling.
Yeah.
Something is wrong. I need help. And
Yeah.
then
It's
to
real.
get that, it was like it created this like fuck off. If you're not going to help me, if you're not going to listen to me, like I'm going to find the people who can.
Yeah.
And I am going to create a situation and a scenario where I'm not begging for somebody's, respect or attention, or it's just like, okay, cool. If this isn't it, like it great. That's objective information for me to learn, and I'm just going to move on. And then so when I did finally find doctors who would listen to me and hear me out, then I was able to jump. I mean, like monumental jumps
Yeah.
because they were like, okay, great. I see the issue and we're going to fix this. Like truly, like
Yeah.
finding Dr. Cortez with Atlas Head and Spine in the first session, a first like 30 minutes after the first adjustment, I could feel my hands after 2 years of not being able to feel them. Like
Dang.
what?
Yeah.
What? All because it was like, great, I'm gonna take my emotion and my fury and my confusion, and I'm gonna find the people who say, I hear you and I see you and I'm here to help. Right? Like I'm not gonna linger on on any relationship
Hmm.
of cool, that's not a go. That's a door slam, right? Like so it's objective information medically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, all of the things. Cool, this isn't a go, so I'm just gonna go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. That's like, hmm, that's courage embodied.
I sometimes where I feel the fury is
Mhm.
it shouldn't have to be that way. I'm a person who speaks with integrity. I don't what is it? Elaborate. I don't like overindulge. I
Exaggerate.
don't exact thank you. I
Yeah.
don't exaggerate. Like I'm a person who like I really do speak my truth. And when I am asking for help, like it's because I legitimately need it. Right?
Yeah.
Like I'm a solo soldier. I will do all the things on my own. When I'm asking for help, like I legit am in a space of like, bro, I need your help.
Mhm.
So why yeah. I look back and I'm like, maybe it was just highlighting where I was meant to like take that hard left turn of
Yeah.
cool, expending so much energy with the wrong people. I'm asking the wrong people for help.
Yeah. I mean, it was their shit that was doing that, but also it's not a coincidence, especially
Right.
with like your family. Like
Right.
it mirrored your family.
Yeah.
So
Right. Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, that's still like, feelings are valid and
Hmm.
that's fucking shitty
Yeah.
um and there was a lesson in it.
And a glorious gift,
And
right?
again,
Like
yeah.
that's the complexity of like these massive life
Yeah.
changes,
Yeah,
right?
for
Like
sure.
to as the light comes on and brighter again, like right? Like no coincidence there. It's this it I've learned so many amazing things from this time that I really wouldn't trade. But also, bro, like could we not do it that hard again?
Yeah.
You don't
Feel
need
like
to
I've
like
I've learned a lot.
yeah, I don't need to be bitch slapped again. Where I you got me. You got me. Thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
really do call God bro sometimes.
I
Like I
I
really
hear
do.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
You sidestepped my compliment completely, which I don't appreciate.
Oh my God, what did I do?
I said it's so funny. I said I said you like embodied courage.
Oh. Oh wow.
Yeah, you just like whoop.
Thank you for catching me. And wow.
Mhm.
I'm allowing myself to relax to receive that phrase. That's why I look so weird right now. It takes a lot of effort to relax
It
your
does.
body.
Yeah, yeah. And
It's
receive.
like unlock all
Yeah,
that, unlock all that, unlock all that. Just as I'm talking about, can I let my guard down? I don't need to fight anymore,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Thank you for catching me. Beautiful.
Welcome.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Hmm.
Thank you for receiving it.
Hmm.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, because I see you, dude.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah. Good stuff.
Hmm. All because of a box of fucking old papers.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that exploration. Is there anything else that you wanted to say to that?
No, the box of glorious, glorious old papers is now the box to be shred and burned, and
Yes.
I am also throwing away the box. That's
Nice.
happening. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So I just need to like burn it off.
Dude, that is perfect for Aries season.
Right? That's what I thought.
Action related to fire? Okay, yes.
Heck yeah. I'm all about the fire ceremony.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Get
Let
it.
me write it out, write it out, write it out, burn it.
Yes. Yes. Dude, that's so good. Good stuff.
Hmm.
All right. Well, yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say either. This was a good one.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Um, yeah. Audience, thoughts?
Like, subscribe, write
Likes,
your
yeah.
comments.
Yes, yes. Share what resonates.
Yeah.
Um, cool. Well, episode 45 in the books.
Hmm.
And yeah, get ready for some cool guests coming up. And we have the Heart Space Collective retreat in May.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah.
good. Yeah. All right. Good stuff.
Hmm.
Much love, everybody. Until next time, we'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.